Welcome back to Speak Life, Danny's Decree of Hope podcast, where we bring encouragement for every season of your journey. I'm your host, Danny, and I believe that no matter where you are right now, hope is always within reach. Now, we all go through seasons, some full of joy and clarity, and others filled with questions and uncertainty. That's why I'm excited to start a brand new 3-week series called Seasons of the Soul, Finding Hope in Every Chapter. Together, we'll explore how to trust God in transitions, hold on to hope in the waiting, and step boldly into new beginnings. So take a deep breath, settle in, and let's speak life together. Welcome back. Have you ever been in a place where you didn't know what was next? Maybe you're in one right now. It's unsettling, isn't it? We like to have control, to know the plan, to feel secure. But transitions challenge that. There's a story in the Bible that I keep coming back to when I think about uncertainty. It's the story of Abraham. In Genesis 12, God tells Abraham, "Go from your country, your people, and your father's household to the land I will show you." No map, no 5-year plan, no safety net, just trust. And what does Abraham do? He goes. He steps out in faith, not knowing where the journey will lead, but believing in the one who called him. Maybe that's you today. Maybe you're facing a transition and you don't see the full picture yet. If so, let me encourage you. God isn't asking you to have all the answers. He's asking you to take the next step in faith. I'd like to share with you a personal story where I had to trust God in my own transition. I know firsthand how challenging transitions can be. When I first stepped into my role as a spiritual care coordinator, it was a whole new experience for me. The hospice I was working for was a brand new startup. And while I have been with the company for nearly a decade as a nurse, stepping into this role was uncharted territory. Even though I had ministry experience, there was still so much to learn. It wasn't the work itself that was overwhelming. It was the growing pains of a new startup. Everything was being built from the ground up. And there were days when it felt like there was more was falling apart than coming together. And I'll be lying if I said it wasn't tempting at times to throw in the towel. Change can be exhausting. And when you're in a season of transition, the uncertainty can wear you down. But I just kept feeling this pull to stick with it, to not give up. So I chose to trust God in the transition, even when it was hard. And looking back now, I can see how He was working the whole time. I've watched many people come and go over the years, but I'm still here, the only original team member left from the beginning. And out of all the teams I've had the pleasure to work with, I can honestly say this is by far the best. Sometimes the most challenging transitions bring us into the best seasons of our lives, but we only see that when we can trust God enough to walk through them. I'd like to share with you 3 truths to hold on to when we enter transition. The first is God's timing is always right. Even when things feel delayed, God isn't late. You might feel stuck in uncertainty, but Proverbs 3, 5, and 6 reminds us to trust in the Lord with all our hearts and lean not on our own understanding. In all our ways, submit to Him, and He will make our path straight. God's plan is unfolding exactly as it should. Our job is to trust even when we don't understand. Secondly, uncertainty is an invitation to trust. What looks like chaos to us is often the very place where God is working. We tend to think we need all the answers before we take a step, but faith means moving forward even when we can't see the whole picture. Think about Peter walking on the water. He didn't wait for the sea to calm before stepping out of the boat. He simply fixed his eyes on Jesus and took a step. And third, obedience unlocks the next step. Abraham didn't wait until he had it all figured out. He moved when God called him. And as he moved, God provided. Often we want to see the whole staircase before we take the first step, but God simply asks us to trust him with one step at a time. If we stay faithful in today's obedience, he will lead us to where we need to be. I know that stepping into the unknown is hard. Maybe you're in a season where you feel like you've lost your footing, like the ground beneath you isn't as steady as it once was. You might be wrestling with the questions like, did I make the right choice? Is this where I'm supposed to be? What if I fell? But can I remind you of something? You're not walking this road alone. God is with you, even in the uncertainty. Isaiah 41:10 says, do not fear, for I am with you. Do not be dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you and I will help you. And I will uphold you with my righteous right hand. That means you don't have to have it all figured out. You just have to trust that God is holding you, guiding you, and working all things together for your good. So I want to encourage you today. Don't let the fear of the unknown keep you from stepping into what God has for you. Sometimes the greatest breakthroughs come from the seasons that feel the most uncertain. You may not see the full picture yet, but God does. So keep taking one step at a time. Keep trusting, keep believing. And if you're feeling weary, if you're wondering how much longer you can hold on, know this. God sees you. He knows your struggles, and he knows your heart, and he is faithful to finish the good work he started. So don't quit in the transition. Keep going, because on the other side of the season, you may just find that what God has in store for you was far greater than anything you could ever imagine. So once again, I want to thank you for spending these moments with me today. And if this episode encouraged you, please feel free to give me a 5-star review if you're listening on the Apple Podcasts, and leave a comment. And if you're listening on any of your other devices, please share it on your social media. You never know who in your circle needs to hear this message of hope today. Also, I'd love to hear from you in the comments. Are you in a season of transition? How has God showed up for you in uncertain times? Your testimony could be exactly what someone else needs to hear. So remember, hope isn't just a feeling, it's a promise. And no matter what season you're in, God is still writing your story. So until next time, keep speaking life, because your words have the power to bring hope.